So, I hope you all had a nice weekend. I don't have anything at the beginning of the briefing, Josh. We'll go straight to the questions.
Thanks, Josh. The President, in his 60 Minutes interview last night, acknowledged that the United States underestimated what was happening with the Islamic State and also the Iraqi military's ability to deal with it. And I know that the President is reliant on the intelligence community and his advisors for those kinds of assessments, but I'm wondering if he sees himself as having any responsibility for that failure to connect the dots there, or if he has a role in what happened there.
Josh, the President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief, and he often talks about how he is the one that is ultimately responsible for protecting the national security interests of the United States of America all around the globe. There's no question that he relies on important advice from leaders in our military, from leaders in our diplomatic corps, and from leaders in our intelligence community. He values the relationship and advice that he gets from leaders among all of those important segments of our government. And in fact, it's only because of the strong, sound advice that he has received from members of the intelligence community that we have had some success early on in our efforts to combat the threat from ISIL. One of the things that we talked about earlier this summer is the efforts underway at the Pentagon to develop military options for the President, either in Iraq or in Syria. And at that time, I talked about how it was important, at that time I talked about how military planners were relying on intelligence that was being collected and cultivated by our intelligence community to develop a set of targets on which the President could order military action. The early reviews, the early assessments of those military operations indicate that the strikes were impactful and effective. That's a testament, first and foremost, to the skill and courage of our men and women in uniform, but it would not have been possible without the tremendous ability of members of our intelligence community.